What about verse 17, though? And it says, "And if you call on the Father, who without partiality judges according to each one's works, conduct yourself throughout the time of your stay here in fear." Like, how do you guys take that? Like, I'm trying to think about how, like, why is he saying it like that? Like, you know, like almost like, you know, trembling and fearing kind of thing here. Like
watch yourself on what you're doing, because God's watching.
What is he warning against here? And I have an answer for this, but I'm gonna, you know, we're raising the tough questions for the people that might maybe believe this interpretation this way. So what are your guys' thoughts? Anybody here?
I just flipped past it. Where did you?
1 Peter 1:17.
If you call on the Father, who's without partiality, judges according to each one's work, conduct yourselves throughout your time of your stay here in fear, knowing that you were not redeemed with corruptible things like silver and gold from your aimless conduct received by tradition from your fathers. Wow, that's not talking about sinning it up and all that other stuff. That's talking about breaking tradition from following the law and just trusting the Lord, right? Mm-hmm. But with the precious blood of Christ as a lamb without blemish, it doesn't say you're redeemed by your works. It says you're redeemed by the precious blood of Christ as a lamb without blemish and without spot. He indeed is foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last days for you who through him believe in God, who raised him from the dead and gave him glory, so that your faith and hope are in God. So I would say what he's saying is, don't conduct yourselves, you know, like you used to, where it was all about, well, hey, I've got to do good in order to follow the law, and that law was your servant. You're now serving something far greater. Sure. Don't do that anymore. Break from that tradition.
Yeah.
And so you should fear the concept that you would just fall back under the idea of just playing God and not playing God. Plus, you should fear that if you're playing God, but playing church and going through the motions. He's saying you've been given something far greater than that, something that's not just your traditions of your father. You've been given something amazing. The fear, I think he's saying, is, first of all, we translate the word that's translated a lot of times to fear in the English. I think we mistranslate it. I think what the Koine Greek meant and that word a lot of times from the research I've done is that it's a seriousness level. It's not, we tend to think of fear as like from a horror movie or something.
Punished, like I'm going to be punished is how,
potentially, right. Mm-hmm. Instead of taking a serious, sober thought. But I think the whole concept of what Peter's saying here is, man, takes this seriously, what I'm about to say, because you could easily slip and start to think that it's all about how you go about your life as far as religiously, or what your parents told you or whatever else. He's talking to the Jews. This was a brand new generation of people that has this brand new thing to do, right? So,
sure.
So that's what I think
I like
happens
that.
with that.